Inter Milan won that game against Atalanta 2-0. We were talking about yesterday on this show that Inter Milan, their defensive records are that defensive record is something else in this world. If they score you one, score you two, they will just defend. It's over for you. Even though I saw their Atalanta lineup, I knew they are going to lose that game because they started two of their top strikers on the bench. I didn't know why. That means they are not actually taking that competition seriously. Just play it and go back to Italy. But they lost that game 2-0. The other semi-final of that game, Juventus and AC Milan is going to be playing today. We are going to talk about that all on today on the show. And Real Madrid are playing Valencia today in the La Liga. That rescheduled game that after it was cancelled because of the flood in Valencia is going to be happening today. So welcome to the show, guys. I am here with John. John, good morning.
Good morning, football maniacs. Welcome to another exciting show of sports.
Good morning, also.
Good morning, sports fans. Just to correct, what's it called now? Remind you, the transfer window is open, and some players are already making the moves. I was awake last night, and I saw one of our brother Gift Oba make the move from France to Germany. So kudos to him, his good record so far. And welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, guys. We're going to talk about a bit of transfers too, because transfer opened 1st of January. So clubs have been trying to make moves everywhere. Clubs, especially from Manchester United, they are trying to offload Casemiro and even Lindelof. They are trying to offload them. So let's see if they are going to offload or they are going to stay to the end of the season. So welcome to the show, guys. Okay, remember we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Go there, drop your comments. I'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Super Cup. The Super Cup happened yesterday, and Inter Milan winning Atlanta 2-0. What do you make of that game? Do you think that Gasperini, he didn't take that competition seriously, dropping Lookman and the other striker, dropping all of them on the dropping all of them on the bench? That means he didn't even bother about stressing his guys for that competition.
For me, I'm actually quite livid with him, because there are two interpretations to the lineup he set out yesterday. Number one, it's either he didn't value the competition, hence he didn't start his key players, or he was scared of Inter Milan and played a very defensive formation without those key players. Either ways, I didn't like the look of it. And, I was actually livid with him because of, even when you start without these key guys, look at the time he brought them on. What do you want them to do for you in the final 20-25 minutes of the game? It makes no sense.
Who was scared of Inter Milan?
It makes no sense. As it
stands now, who was scared of Inter Milan? Good defensive record, good attacking record. What's called now? Progressively they are good. Offensively they are good. Defensively they are okay. Who will not be scared of them? I think Gasperini just wants to rest his players. The holiday was kind of, maybe you saw, some things you didn't see in training. Players went on holiday, went to spend Christmas, added a little pound here or there. And you have to put them on the bench so they can come in 28 minutes. You don't have to start your key players in every game. And in this game, he went on with the risk of, let's see if we could start somebody else and get a result.
Well, part of the things that happened in this game is that this competition is held at Saudi Arabia. It's not held at Italy. So they have to travel, train there. So probably he's focused on the main thing, the La Liga, the Serie A and the Champions League. Then traveling, every football is about money now. Yeah. If you look at, I think La Liga is discussing their own to
move away
to USA to do their own Super
Cup. They've been playing the Super Cup there in the
so everybody is trying. So probably he is thinking about his players traveling, resting his star players. Play one match. If they lose, they go back to Italy and rest and train for the Serie A, which is more important to them.
For me, when except you're not in the business of winning trophies, one. Except you are not in the okay, let's play out a scenario, right? They were in the running for the Super Cup. They rested the key players, they got dropped out of the competition. If in the long run they do not win either the Serie A, the Coppa d'Italia and the Champions League, it would have been a trophyless season. True or false?
True.
So at every point in time, you don't throw away the baby with the water today, because you are going to give birth to another child in 3 years' time. But and you can have that child then.
It's just like what Liverpool did a previous year. They can't play for competition. They have to field under 21. You have to think about your priorities.
It's understandable. This is just 2 matches to get a trophy. 2. Now, the prize money may not be glorious, but nonetheless, for a club as starved of silverware as Atalanta is, if you go back in the history books, they should have done better. And I feel like they keep, for example, one of the reasons why I'm particular about this loss, for example, is that life will give you what you accept or what you fight for. And in this scenario, they accepted to be dumped out of this competition. What type of mentality does it give to the team going forward?
John, at some point you need to test the players on the bench. And I think that's what he did.
You can do that when you are playing
You
relegation battle
you
teams in the
you-
Serie
you-
A,
you-
not in
players at some
not,
point
not in a competition where you have
at some
the
point
opportunity
at
to
some
win
point you need
silverware.
at some point you need to take risk. And this was the risk. He pays off, it doesn't pay off.
Take
It's
risk,
one of the
but not
things.
stupid risk.
It wasn't stupid.
It's a stupid risk.
The lineup he played the other day or yesterday night, you could see those players that started in that game. Some of them, if they come in the second half for the Serie A games, if they come into the second half, they play well, they get results. You get, at some point nobody knew Charles was not starting the games. At some point it was Ademola Lookman, what's the name up front now? The man that came to London and flopped. Yeah, Lucas Kamaka.
For next part, because of the injury that this year started starting very well.
Charles. So and
Charles was actually playing behind the striker. Go back and check those team sheets. He was playing behind the striker on every team sheet.
At some point, he wasn't starting the games. He was on the bench. You perform, you start to bench players, and now he's been benching players, and all of this season now he's one of their best players. Towards the end of last season, he's one of their best players. So you can't take away the fact that he's giving some other people the chance to fight for the starting bet.
Okay, that game. Let's talk about that game proper. Dumfries scoring 2 goals in that game. That's a right wing back. I was surprised when I saw the score line.
You know,
he's scoring 2 goals in that game. Scoring 2.
This is one of cardinal reasons why I felt this game was there for the taking, but Gasperini chickened out and left the game without giving the team an equal fighting chance. Inter Milan's 2 goals in this game came from Dumfries. Where is the Lautaro Martinez? Where is the firepower of the Inter Milan side? This confirms to me now, personally, that attack is not there on every game, and this game could have been there for the taking. Start your key players in this game and get a good opportunity.
John, if you go down all the way to London, there's a team that's been scoring from set piece. Who has been scoring those goals? Defenders. It doesn't mean the attack is not there.
Go and look at the top scorer for that team. The first 3-4 players on the first 3-4 players for Arsenal on the score sheet for them this season are all wingers and forwards. None of them are defenders. Go look at that. For all the set piece and the defenders in that side do not have up to 4 goals this season. Go check it out.
You play in the front 3. You play in the back 3. Wing backs definitely get their goals. You bounce on the loose ball, you take a shot, you get a goal shot on target, you score the goal. It's not that you were fantastic or all the game. It was the team was doing their work. Inter Milan's defense was up there. You get the midfield was up there. AC Milan, the Atlanta defense also played. You can't come here and tell me it's a one-way ride for Inter Milan. It wasn't a one-way ride. You get, look at the first second goal from Dumfries. You see that it was clear-cut a rebound. You get, it was a rebound shot, and you can't take away the credit to Atlanta defense. They were up there. They were doing their work. They were playing their game. You were trying to win the match as well. It's a balanced football. If you ask me, it's a balanced football. It's just that like I said, let the best man win.
Okay, the Inter Milan are now in the finals of that competition. I think that the finals is on Monday. So for today's game, let's talk about today's game with Juventus and AC Milan is going to be playing today. Before then, let's go to our YouTube, some of our comments on our YouTube to talking about this particular game, the Inter Milan and Atalanta. I say good morning, guys. That's Emmanuel Leo. Say good morning, guys, and happy new year. Happy new year to you, Leo. He said, I think it wasn't Gasperini's fault earlier this season. I told you guys that Italy will be dominated by the team with squad depth. Inter has good bench, unlike Atlanta, which is true. So he's also saying the coach has every right to rotate his players. If Luban gets injured in yesterday's match, we all know it's Otilo for them this season. Atlanta didn't have the squad depth at all, which is true. I think that's why when you plan your squad, you need a bigger squad. Probably if this your West Ham guy, if he was around, probably they have more striker in that position to play. But that game they lost it.
How many goals he score when they're available? More than leave that one for bench.
He helped them.
Charles should have started this game and come off for Lookman later on. If they are going to play yesterday, they might as well have started and come off in the 60th or 68th minutes.
Well, everybody plans his squad. Gasperini thinks that this competition does not work. It's like playing your full
It's
squad.
never thinks it's say maybe he wants to rotate squad. No, you not go force the coach. You go rotate team. The same thing when they play FA Cup and say no be the same thing they play Carabao Cup. The same thing they play Carabao Cup, no be the same thing they go play Champions League. You go rotate squad even if you are playing against Real Madrid, you will rotate squad at some point in the tournament.
This is true if you are not a big team.
Well, a lot of
If you are not a big team,
Technically, they are not a big team. Technically, they are not a big team.
Well,
Because
I think the problem here is just
if you can't big six in Italy, now recently you go put their name.
I think the problem with this game is that it doesn't have enough squad. Look at Inter Milan, look at their bench.
Oh boy.
Look at their bench. They can actually introduce players from their bench to play that game. But he decided to, Gasperini decided to make his own take his own substitution and make it start his play. He thought that probably will have to play that game, and they lost that game 2-0. Okay, let's talk about Juventus and Inter Milan. What do you think will happen in today's game? Do you think that they will rotate squad again, or
Juventus?
They can't draw in this one. Somebody has to win.
And maybe extra time now.
Somebody has to
but
win.
I'm looking out for Juventus. Look at their last couple of games. They've been getting results. They've been winning. So I look at them and say, okay, fine. Juventus might go into this one and win it.
I'm backing AC Milan.
Again, Thiago, there's something he did in the market recently. He's looking for players that he's worked with in the past. You get looking for one or two players from Bologna and one or two players from Serie as well that he worked with when he was trying to get his coaching match. I think he's going into this match with he knows what AC Milan is going to be bringing to the table. So he's going to try his best to shut down AC Milan at any time. And what he's looking for is maybe a 90 minutes draw, then go into the extra time and get the win.
Okay, Joe, what do you think will happen?
And so for Milan, that until Chukwueze starting Christian Pulisic scoring for
This is not what they talk about. It's not when they score goal anyhow. It's not when they concede goals. It's not concede the goal now, concede 2 goals. It's over for them.
Yeah, look at their neighbors across the pond. You see them concede buckets of goals and score buckets of goals and win. So that's not a demerit to them.
So let's get a prediction for that game. That game is happening.
I'm sticking with Juventus.
You stick with Juventus. Okay, let's see who wins this game. On our YouTube channel, Emmanuel is saying Juventus might lose this match. Milan might use the new manager bounce to defeat Juventus. You know that
they sacked Posenka.
They brought in a new coach from I think it's from Porto.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember that guy when he played Arsenal. He was actually furious with Arteta and his boys. So he is now Arsenal has a new coach. So let's see what he's going to be doing today. If they are going to be winning today's game and reach the final to meet Inter Milan in the final on Monday. Okay, let's move over to La Liga. La Liga is happening. Is playing today. Madrid versus Mbappe was talking about 1st of January, the New Year's Day, that for this new season he wants to win everything. He wants to win everything, like everything.
You expect him to say that it's a Madrid.
Yeah,
Madrid.
I think they have this pride in Madrid.
If you come to and say you want to win everything, you want to give yourself high. But in Madrid, say want to do 4 in a row or treble or what. If you come to England and you say you want to win everything, and City, why not? You can't. Okay. But it depends. So if you are at Madrid and you want to win everything, you are not saying anything to the fan base. Important thing is your own personal performance should be at the top. They want to win everything. There are 2 types of winning everything. I'll give you a clear-cut example. In Iniesta's first Champions League, he was out injured, but he received medal for winning the Champions League as part of the team that won it. Baba came out and said, look, I got the medal, but I didn't win it. I have to go back there and prove myself. The second time around, he played from group stage to the finals and they won it. And he said that, yes, now he can tell himself he's won it. So if that's why I say at the end of the day, you can say want to win everything. You're not saying anything. Like for example, now there's a scripture that says that you believe in God. Yes, even the devil believe and they tremble. So you're not saying anything new. So in this scenario, now saying that at Madrid is the same thing. The most important thing you can control in that graph for the team at the whole season is your performance. And do you want to be a passenger on Madrid's team, or do you want to be an activist on the pitch? Because passengers will be shipped out one way or another.
Madrid, whether he win everything or he don't win everything, he has played, he has proven, he's about to prove more.
He has not proven nothing.
He's about to prove more.
He has not
Because
proven nothing.
when he came in, we criticized him, we said let him settle in.
Until Mbappe matches his best season at PSG, we've not seen
And you
Mbappe
expect
at
him to match,
Madrid.
and you expect him to match that best season at PSG in his first season at Real Madrid. No be
I'm not
thing
saying
now.
in his first season. I just
So
said
we-
until
like
he
I
matches
said-
that performance in Madrid, he has not yet
We
arrived.
said what we said that he
Simple
has
and short.
proven is we said he was not settling well at Real Madrid. Our has come in and he has settled in well. He's scoring goals.
That's settling well.
In his first
That's
five games, in his first 5 games, was not scoring goals. We almost criticized him. We criticized him for not being the star player of Real Madrid. But now he's been scoring goals. He's banging goals left, right, and center. And you expect me to say and come here and criticize him? If he says he wants to win everything in Real Madrid, that's the mentality of the club. You go in every competition, you try and win. Even if you don't get it, you try, you put it in the performance. The result will get you what you want, but the performance is what you start to put in. And I think for Real Madrid so far, everybody's putting in the performance. Every single player on the pitch, both the coach and the side on the sidelines, everybody's putting in performance. In training, you're putting in the performance. On the pitch, in 90 minutes, you're putting in performance.
Okay, let's talk about today's game. They are hosting. Valencia is hosting them in this game. Valencia is trying to feel the way Valencia is on the table. They are in relegation battle to save their season. And now
Real Madrid as well.
Yes, Real Madrid is trying to win the La Liga. If they win this particular game,
they go
first on the table. So, General, what do you make of this game? They have 40 points. With a game in hand. So if they win it, they move to 43 points. So they need to win it to, imagine after losing
Atletico has the same points, I think.
Yeah, different. Atletico had one more point, it's on 41 points, but they still have a game in hand too. But Real Madrid are 14 points with a game in hand. But if they win it, they top for the moment. But in this particular game, do you think that they can win in this game?
Definitely, why not? Because look at the way they played against a Sevilla side. Look at the way they played. Scoring multiple goals, scoring I think 4 goals against Sevilla, going to play that match like their life depended on it.
Wow, a Sevilla side. Wow,
they've been winning games. It's not about just the Sevilla side. Look at the games before that. They've been winning games. I'm going into this game now. You look at the last performance from the previous game.
Sevilla are sitting 14th on the table.
Like I said,
have not been performing this
season. Look at the performance of the table. Valencia is sitting 20th on the table, 19th.
Okay, now.
You get. Now, these are two teams. Sevilla is sitting 14th on the table. You want to go there. Sevilla is sitting 14th on the table. Sevilla is a team.
Even baby teams that are in relegation zones have won them this season. So that's not a yardstick.
I'm not telling you it's a yardstick, but Sevilla has played against big teams this season and they've won their games against bigger teams. You get me? So I won't say because Sevilla is not playing well and Sevilla knows how to shut Real Madrid down. If you look at their head-to-head record, you know that Sevilla knows how to shut Real Madrid in some games. And in this game, we expected Real Madrid at least a draw, but they went in there and they ran them riot. So going into this game, we're expecting a total win, a total dominance for Real Madrid.
Okay, John, do you think that Mbappe will score? Mbappe has been scoring. Now Vini is back. All the full squad is back, and Alaba is back from injury. Even though Ancelotti said that you have to give him maybe 2 or 3 weeks, at the end of January, he's going to come back to join the team. But he said now they are going to rotate in defense more. So that no player will play apart from Rudiger. Rudiger will be I don't know who is built differently though, so probably Rudiger will play all the games. But in general now, in this particular game, Ancelotti is trying to win his La Liga title again. Do you think that they can win this game and actually win this La Liga?
For me, I will always say that Valencia, till they figure out what is fundamentally wrong with them, like Manchester United.
They are 19th on the table. It's surprising.
I will say that I wouldn't see them putting up a position against Real Madrid unless the Madrid players decide that they want to come and stroll in the park and walk away with results. Unless that. But Mbappe has decent numbers in this season so far, so I wouldn't knock him on that. On an off season for Haaland, he's on 14 goals in the Premier League. On an off season for Mbappe in the La Liga, he's on 10 goals in the La Liga. So he's having at least a decent
it's
start.
His first season. You don't expect him to run the riot.
Baba, can you allow me make a statement before you cut me off and talk about his first season?
It's his first
Stop
season.
pampering him. When it's time for you to clear into Martinelli now or any other player now, you are clearing into those players without regard.
I've seen those players for like 4 years and I know what to say about them. For Kylian Mbappe, I've seen him for more than 4 years at PSG. This is his first season in Real Madrid shirt. You get? In the fabled famous white shirt or the angel shirt. I've seen him play in the PSG team. I've seen him play for Monaco, and I'm seeing him play for Real Madrid. I can tell you that there's a performance there. The numbers are
The
decent,
fact
like I
you even
said.
put it in that order tells me all I need to say, all I need to know, basically.
Okay, let's
So, but we cannot agree he's having a decent start, and he should be getting more goals. Thankfully, he's broken his duck now and he's in scoring form. So I expect him to put in a performance today. If he scores or not, that's up to him.
okay. Let's get your prediction for that game.
I think
He's thinking, 4-1.
a win.
4-1. Real Madrid go just 4. Vinny with the goal, Rodrigo with the goal, Valverde with the goal.
I even know the players that will score goals.
I dey tell you as e dey be, just as e dey be. I don see vision.
New Year prophet.
Go and write
Vinny.
it down. Tomorrow we'll come and crossfire him on the show tomorrow.
Vinny with the goal, Rodrigo with the goal,
2025 prophet.
Valverde with the goal, then Kylian. If you make it 5, then my boy Jude. When the one assist for Andagula.
Okay, let's see what happens with in that game. Valencia is going to hosting Real Madrid in the rescheduled game that is supposed to happen last year, but it didn't happen, so it's going to be played today. Okay, one game in the French Liga. Nice is going to play Rennes. What do you think will happen in that game?
The best team should win it.
Two relegation team.
The best thing to just win in that game. Well, let's see what happens in that game today. It's happening today, 9 p.m. Real Madrid game is 9 p.m. Okay, let's move on to the transfer news. I know that's where I want to dive in sharp. There are rumors yesterday that PSG wanted to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. That was the first rumor, and I saw that I was looking at that rumor. 38 or 39-year-old moving to PSG. I don't think that even their Spanish coach will not even agree. Enrique will not agree, but that rumor was. What do you even make of that? You know, sometimes they say when you hear a rumor, there's an atom of truth in it.
There's no smoke without there's no fire without fire. I mean, there's no fire without smoke.
So for now, they say there are no talks now.
Why it is like that is because I think it's in his last year of his contract at the Saudi club. You get being in the last year of his contract, everybody will want to poach to see if they can get him back to Europe and play the Champions League. Then the only thing that PSG might have is if they qualify for the Champions League knockout stage, then they have the upper hand. They have a very big hand.
I don't even think that can they pay Ronaldo? Do you know how much he's collecting?
Why can't they pay?
Why can't they pay him?
Why can't they pay
But then
him?
for me, this is let me say how will I say now, when somebody's speaking out of two mouths, that's what this is looking like for me.
You were saying that Liga was just it's not a good league. That was you were saying.
No, it's not about Cristiano now. It's PSG because they came out to say that with the sale of Mbappe or the PSG fans, with the loss of Mbappe,
PSG get fancy for Nigeria.
They get now.
Okay. Yeah, they say with the loss of Mbappe, they are moving away from Galactico era to star players to youth prospects and talent. How can you make that statement that are shifting your business model and then this January you are looking to bring in a Ronaldo?
It's just
is it that the youth prospectors failed them?
It's failing.
I think
Maybe every team get the right to use youth compete. The youth process has failed because you're talking about youth process. You can talk about Manchester United, Arsenal, Southampton, and all those people. But you see PSG don't just go to Barcelona. You can talk about youth prospects there. But you see PSG don't go there. They've always been a club that buys big names.
Sure.
Okay, let's
even before the Saudi takeover, the same rumor. Even before the Qatari takeover, the same rumor. The same person in the rumor. They said he's going to buy Man United in the year 2026. Cristiano Ronaldo wants to buy Man United with his friend in the Saudi league. So let's see how it goes from here.
Okay, I think everybody is trying to sell papers. I think if you don't talk about Cristiano Ronaldo in the
or Man United
or Messi or everybody is trying to sell rumors and sell paper and sell do their blog, make their blog fly. So that's why all these rumors are flying. But I know that nothing will happen in that transfer. But let's see how it develops. But one transfer that happened yesterday is Gift Orban. They have moved from Olympic down to Hoffenheim. I think it's a good move for him. I think he have more chance to shine in Hoffenheim than he wasn't playing much in Olympic.
He was. His numbers were decent for them last season. His numbers were there. I think it's one of those things you say. It's always a circle of from Belgium to France, from France to Germany, or either way, either from Belgium to Germany, then to France. Then you find a way from there. You uplift yourself to a bigger league. But I think his progress so far has been good. You get his numbers for the club last season was up there. It was okay. Now he's going to Hoffenheim to double those numbers. You get because now you want to improve yourself before you can be able to play in the Premier League. You need to play the intensive football of the German football. Now he's going to Hoffenheim, though they are not really in the top 4 competition right now. They're not even in the top 6. But I think getting good players in would help them get into the conversation of at least let's go and get ourselves in the Champions League next season.
So for Juventus, they have decided to let go of their captain or assistant captain Danilo. They have cancelled his contract. He is going to be leaving Juventus this January. They say that his contract is cancelled, so he has to find another club this January. So I don't know why they are doing that, but Juventus
I think
are trying to face up.
he's not really faced the he's not really played well under the new manager.
No, I think they're just trying to offload older players.
No,
How many old players do you have in Juventus again?
He's
You
not
know,
really-
you used to call them
he's-
old ladies. They are old ladies,
he's-
but there are no
he's-
old players there again.
He's not really played well for the new manager. I think his style of play doesn't fit in Thiago Motta's style of play. So keeping him there till the summer and nobody is coming to beat for him was a problem. So at some point, he just need to agree to disagree and terminate contract. You get, and just that's just the way it works with me. If you're not giving me what I want, and I know you're here on the long term, and no club is coming for you, bros, you have to go.
Okay, John, what do you think
Hopefully,
about that?
Manchester United can take a page out of their book.
Okay, let's talking about Manchester United. Rashford is still on the news everywhere. First, there is a rumor that he wants to play. Saudi clubs are looking for him, but the rumor started. He said that he came out, not that he came out, that he's not interested in going to Saudi at 27. But another rumor that is interesting is that Napoli might bring in Rashford to Napoli, and when Osimhen goes back to Napoli, he moves to Manchester United. What do you make of this kind of arrangement? Do you think it can work? Because Rashford is looking for a way to play. Osimhen, obviously, after his loan with Gala, he's going to come back. He's not going to stay there. He's going to come back and look for another club. So I think it's a win-win for both of them.
It's a win-win for both scenarios, but there are two caveats to this situation. Number one is the caveat of the transfer fee for Osimhen relative to the fee they are going to pay to get Rashford in, and then Manchester United and Osimhen agreeing a contract terms. Without these two deals, it doesn't go through. So but just talking about the prospect now, Osimhen and United, I don't know. It could be a good move
for
for
me.
him.
Don't go to United is killing careers. I don't even why players are going big again. How many players have gone there in the past 5 seasons?
When you are big, I beg.
What do you mean by big?
When you are big,
When you are big in the 14th position, you are big.
So, John, what do you make of that? So what do you make of that transfer? Do you think that transfer is something that can materialize?
Conte wants Premier League players to win the Scudetto. He's gotten 3 of them already. He's gotten Billy Gilmore. He's gotten Scott McTominay. He's gotten what's it called, Lukaku. And I think he's looking for competition for Visha. That's just it. That's what I think. He's looking for someone that will come in and replace Visha whenever Visha is not available. Because you see that in some games, Visha has been on and off. You get, so if he's looking for someone to come in and replace Visha and give Lukaku those supply of passes to score goals, then fine. He's looking for the right person in Marcus Rashford.
For Osimhen,
I've heard rumors also that Rashford has rejected 3 bids from the Saudi and rejected 3 bids from some clubs in Europe and also from Saudi. So I feel like him going to Napoli would help him improve himself, just like the way we are seeing a reborn Scott McTominay, Scott Terminator. You get?
Okay, but apart from that, for Osimhen, what do you think he should do when he comes back? If a Manchester United club, if you are Osimhen or his agent, and a club like Manchester United, they are top 2 biggest club in the whole world, whether you like it or not.
Top 2? Did you say top 2?
When it comes to finance, they are about top 3 clubs.
Top 2 or top 3
in the whole world. So, but if you think, do you think that Osimhen should go to a club like Manchester United? I know Chelsea fans will not actually like it, but Chelsea fans want Osimhen to come to Chelsea. But if like a club like Manchester United is calling, will you go?
With caveats. Number 1, performance caveats, assurances of game time, and then on a bumper salary.
Man United are not ready to give you bumper salary this time around.
They have to, because
Juniors team are not ready to give you bumper salary.
they are going to have to, because they've given Rashford over the past how many seasons now.
And that is why they want to cut it short.
Go and look at Chelsea. Chelsea came out
John,
at the beginning of last season and said that they want to, was it at the beginning of this season, and said that they want to cut costs, they want to trim the squad, got rid of the top 3 highest earning players, only to replace those salaries with another set of flops. So until I see Chelsea, a team, a Premier League team,
Chelsea,
execute this cutting costing by actually cutting costs and getting player in on cheaper contracts, I'll believe it when I see it. Till then, I refuse to believe
United
it.
has done it because they've let some players go on loan. Sancho is on loan now and he's taking pay cuts wherever it is. Now I'm just saying for Marcus Rashford, this deal was given to him.
Sold Sancho though.
He's on loan. with an option to buy. Now, for this guy now, for Marcus Rashford, he was given the contract under the Glazers. Glazers no longer running business deals for Man United. And if you know say if na Glazers now, this Mazraoui and Delete they buy for 45, I'll be 60 million combined fee. If na Glazers, it will be like 150 million. The two of them combined. Well, these people, Ineos have bought them for 45 or 60 million. Both players combined, 50 million for this one, 45 million for this person. You get?
And how much was spent on Euro?
Now, Euro's own is different. It's a young potential.
I like how painting different people with different brushes. It's fine. It's refreshing.
You believe me when I say this? When there's a bidding war for player, the price will definitely go up.
Because Real Madrid was trying
you dey try sign player with Real Madrid, you no go pay high. You go definitely pay high. Now Real Madrid they come, and at some point there were rumors that Liverpool were going for him as well. At some point Inter Milan were going for him. So there was a bidding war for him. Definitely the price will soar up.
Bidding war without bids from clubs.
There was bids. Leave that rumor where they tell say Real Madrid.
Bidding war without official bids from clubs.
Leave that rumor where they tell say Real Madrid don't submit bid.
The thing that happened that Real Madrid was waiting for his contract to expire.
Real Madrid submitted a bid. Real Madrid submitted a bid.
There was no bid submitted. They were waiting for the contract to expire, and their plan backfired.
Real Madrid submitted a 50 million bid to get him in, and they said no. They wanted 70. You get me? Now, and Real Madrid said, okay, since you want 70 now, some money will come for free. And Man United say, okay, fine, you people want 70, let's pay 80, let him come now. You get? It's just the way it works. There was bidding war. Inter Milan were also looking at poaching. Liverpool were poaching. If teams don't poach a player, price goes soar up. If there's nobody coming for you, just like the case of Marcus Rashford now. If nobody's going for Marcus Rashford, maybe there are no bids submitted for Marcus Rashford. Next week, one normal team bring 10 million. They go sell him. Now it happened to Scott Patome. I was telling you here on the show, Scott is worth more than 60 million with his performance so far. How much did they pay for him? 30 million, 35 plus bonuses.
Manchester United decided to cut their losses. Simple.
It's not about cutting their losses. It's about there was no bidding war, and the coach at hand does not want him. You get the coach at the time.
And that's why I mean by they decided to cut their losses because number one, if other clubs know that this player is not wanted, you're already at a disadvantage because they know that you want to get him off. Just for example now, you want to buy a car. Somebody tells you that this guy wants selling a car or they jump out tomorrow. You're not going there to go and pay full price. You know be mugu now. So you go, and that's the thing. Simple and short.
Okay, let's see what happens.
So for Marcus Rashford, I just feel like if Napoli is going to be serious about him, they bring in a 40 million bid, they might be able to get him. But we know that Marcus is worth more than 60 million. We know.
If they want me.
We know.
If they want me.
Don't forget sentiment. We know.
Baba, leave that thing. I beg. That was 4 years ago. Not now.
We know. Say Marcus is worth 40,
Marcus
70
is
million.
not worth 40 million now. Now, anywhere. How much did Arsenal sign Martinelli, Biko?
But there was a young boy when they signed
What is the start last season? Pari Passu with Marcus. You are telling me, sis, they want yourself.
Okay.
Now so they go back Jack Grealish 100 million. They expect that to just
leave her for us. Jack Grealish gave us Champions League.
400 days.
You know
Marcus Rashford gave Man United. See, Marcus Rashford gave Man United. You want to go there.
If he easy, more na do am. Go and buy player 100 million. West Ham, go and buy player 100 million.
I don't need to buy player 100 million.
Go and buy player 100 million. If he easy, go and do it.
Yes, I don't give Arsenal.
Donator.
My boy, and they don't do second almost.
Donatus.
I'm Donatus.
You are resigned to your fate of not winning anything and finishing 14th on the Premier League. That's fine for you, so you can afford to sell your players and cash out. You've decided your fate.
I conquered Europe 2 years ago. And I'm planning on going back to Europe to conquer again.
You conquer your backyard.
You get me? I have conquered Europe 2 years ago, and I am hoping.
Sack the man that helped you conquer Europe.
I'm hoping to go back there and conquer Europe again.
You are going back to relegation this season.
Okay, let's see what happens with Rashford and Manchester United. Manchester United, talking about Manchester United again, Amal is going to sign a contract extension on that club, but there are players they are looking to offload too. The rumors is Lindelof.
Definitely he's good. I don't know why
Eriksen and Casemiro. These are the three players they are actually trying to offload this January.
If you ask me, that Lindelof only don't reach to terminate in contract.
Like as much as I can remember, I think just a button in the first year he became a United manager, and he has survived all these years. Not playing first team football.
At some point, it was play festive football. At some point, it was him and.
I like the fact he has admitted that if he was him, he would have terminated his contract, because the Man U fan in him denied the fact that these guys are not deficits to the club and should be terminated. He denied it live on this show at the beginning of the season when I was saying that what Manchester United needs at the beginning of the season is clear those guys out.
I didn't say Casemiro.
It's Lindelof I'm talking about now.
I've always said he should claim out.
No.
I said
no. Don't come and change it here and now.
For transfer window.
No.
When you reach your transfer window, the guy they hide.
No.
They be like sniper. You get. And for Man United, someone go reach, they no go get him in. They no get players in to sign over him. Then at some point, clubs not come for him. Then January now he will go on, after the transfer window, he will go on injury. Then he will come back and play 4 games, 5 games, and go on another injury. At some point, he just needs to terminate his contract.
So if you are looking at clearing, do you think that they are right to clear this player, even Eriksen is going to go?
I said it at the beginning of this season, and I'm going to come back and call the exact same list I made. The exact same list. And for me, I said after the way they ended the season, I said that winning those trophies is just whitewashing a sepulcher, because at the end of the day, the players in that team are average players, all of them. You understand me? And I said that what I wanted to do if I were the owner of the club or the CEO or the manager is sell everybody and sign afresh. But for me, realistically speaking now, get rid of Maguire. I called Maguire, I called Lindelof, I called Cassie, I called Eriksen, I called Rashford as well up front, and 2 other players that are in that setup now. Get these 8 players out and then go build afresh. Simple and short.
It has to take time.
It will always take time, but the problem is that Manchester United are not ready to do this rebuild under one manager for 5-6 years. Get these guys out in 1 window or 2. Get your guys in. In fact, do what Chelsea is doing right now. Let these rejects play separate from the first team. Move them out, move them to go and play on their own special care team, like they are doing. Train elsewhere. Don't come around the main training facility. Don't do with the main key guys. Let those guys be in their own bubble. When you have Conference League, you have Backwater League to play. You have Carabao Cup, and you can pick 1 or 2 players or 3 and give them their day in the sun. Send them back to their rejection camp, and then you keep your players. You work with those players for 4-5 seasons under one manager, and you start getting back to a taste of what the glory days was like for United.
See, the problem about doing that is, for example, Ten Hag came in, he was releasing players and buying players. Now, this season, he had almost 7 or 8 players in his first team.
Yes.
Now, Amorim is now here, and probably, I don't know, maybe all the players he bought, he probably doesn't like them. He needs to now clear them. It's money we are talking about.
It's money we are talking about. But look at what Arsenal did. Arsenal didn't fire Arteta 2 seasons in and started again with another manager.
So they would, if we are going through this particular route, they should have left Ten Hag.
That's the thing, though.
They left the Hag.
If you know, look how
I leave them, make me explain himself. When I say they go lift the Hag, when they lift the Hag, just toss me the sack up. After 9 weeks in the sack, now if they want me to do rebuild, who wants to spend the money?
What I'm saying is,
who wants to spend the money? Ten Hag supposed to just date till the end of the season.
If you've signed up, I also supported Ten Hag staying to the end of the season, or RVN staying to the end of the season. Right. But my issue is this: if you are going to go through this route and you have a Ten Hag, you ask yourself one question now. Citribus paribus, in 3 or 4 years, when we get the right players in, when we have this, is this manager tactically sound to lead the face of the new Man U? Yes or no? If that's a no, get him out ASAP and then find the right profile manager, bring him in. I feel Manchester United have the right profile manager now. So the problem now is that they've spent over 800 million on that Ten Hag, and there's no
improvement.
There's this thing, get out of jail free card. They have a monopoly. There's no get out of jail free card for Manchester United. You can't wash away that 800 million deficit. You have to spend another money
I cannot
to get the right players.
Imagine signing Anthony for 80 million.
Wasting money.
If you want to sell him now, you're not selling up to like 10.
You're not selling up.
The only man,
No, you are not being nice.
You know,
You are
say na
not-
only,
you can sell him for 30
I understand
million
wetin I dey
or
talk now.
40
The only for
million.
man you players mouth na the hand na dey get power.
As a United
Anthony
fan
never
wey you
get
be,
goal. Anthony get more goals than Jack Grealish.
as a United fan wey you
Anthony
be,
get no go and check the stat for the past 2 years. Anthony get more goals and assist contribution than Jack Grealish. How much was he bought for?
Jack Grealish is in a different situation.
Now you say Jack Grealish won them the Champions League. Anthony won them the Carabao Cup. I don't know. No, you guys want to. I don't know. I don't know.
The fact that I'm making this statement is just
I don't know how you guys want to
it's
see
just
football.
depressing, bro.
What we see is what we look at for players is performance level, goals and assists. First
Yes.
season for Anthony, scored a beautiful goal against Arsenal.
And
Scored
disappeared.
did some assists after 5 games. He disappeared. After another 6 months, he came back, scored against Liverpool, did some beautiful assists and disappeared. Jack for the past 430 days, where has he been? Causing chaos.
The only answer to that question is the manager in charge of the club does not want to deploy him in his native position and in that position that he plays in. Is Guardiola's
left
preference.
wing. Now they play.
That is Guardiola's choice. You sign the player for him. He uses him anyhow he wants to use him.
For Aston Villa, he was playing as a 10.
Yes.
In some games behind the striker.
Yes.
And at some point, he was playing as a free role player. You can go anywhere and play. And he was one of the most foul players in the Aston Villa side.
Yes.
At least we're going to say
Guardiola said get him in. They got him in for him.
Became a bench player
and Guardiola is using him the way he likes.
Well, that first he played.
And Grealish's song right now is in a man.
Okay, let's go out to our YouTube. I know you want to talk about Manchester United and their transfer. Everybody, our phone has been ringing. I'll take a few calls. Let me read some comments on our YouTube before I take some phone calls. Okay, Emmanuel is saying Malaysia. Malaysia Garnacho, Zeski, Rashford, Shaw, Evans, Mount, Anthony, Lindelof, Eriksen, Casemiro, Onana should pity Man United and leave Biko. Rashford's eyes don't clear now because now only Saudi club they come. Okay, he's also saying we also have to put FFP and PSR stuff into consideration. Man, you can't sign until they sell. Mm-hmm. And that's why he still they pay me. Say Glaciers go carry Ineos instead of Saudi. Marcus Rashford isn't worth even 2,000 naira. I don't know if 2,000 pounds or 2,000 naira.
Sure.
But he's angry. He's a Man United fan, and I understand Man United fan. They need to clear almost half of their team. But let's see if what Amorim is going to be doing. Okay, Leo, so in Man United has 2 of their players in top 5 earners in the Premier League, and other people in the top 5 now, KDB, Haaland, and Salah. Compare these 3 to Rashford with Casemiro. We need spiritual deliverance. Which person will contact now to go to Old Trafford? Contact me, pay my flight ticket, my visa. Fire. No, I'm a spiritual man. Let them play and it take me like 2 years for me to do that.
You stay there 2 years.
I'll say they pay me for my hotel, 5-star hotel.
Yeah, another Rashford.
Wait now, I'm trying to market myself here. They pay 5-star hotel for me. It take maybe like 1 year, so I can conduct this deliverance for them. 1 year, give me free ticket to be going to Old Trafford.
After they've cut Sir Ferguson pension, they will pay you this one.
Support my mission.
It's alright.
Just go and do this deliverance for them.
It's
okay,
right.
Solomon, welcome to the show. Solomon is saying, please, I believe in that 5 years. Okay, I believe in that 5 years, but not with the hack there. The hack doesn't have a pattern and just run. Follow ball.
Well said,
I trust Amorim to do the work, and it's only the poverty of Ineos that is my problem.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if they are going to give him. I think it's going to take time. It took Arteta about 4 windows to clear out the players he doesn't want, and it took him about 3 years to do it. So let's see how long. Because the thing about if he has a pattern and they're improving in that pattern, they will trust it. And I keep telling them, trust the process.
Yes.
And you could see every 6 months or every year, you could see that there's a process.
I want to add another dynamics to this equation now, is that look at the handshake we had between Arteta and Edu. At Manchester United, we don't have a sporting director right now. And they need to hire for one. I, for one, felt that they should have left Dan Ashworth in his place. Dan Ashworth and Amorim would have worked together to get some good transfers for the club.
They already get fallout, so they know if you work together.
They didn't just get somebody that Amorim loves.
Maybe they can't get CA.
Okay, not the
I
market
be
yourself.
scout now.
Okay, not
You
the
know,
market.
I be coach. I see the
You go
scout.
come Enugu come scout player for
By the time when you go
United.
Guadangwa FC, scout better
Bele
player.
FC,
You know, say, when you
please.
go like Guadangwa FC, pay them, tell them say you go pay them £1,000. When they come play for Man U, you get like 5 of them.
Okay,
If you enter pitch,
let's take
it's
phone
over.
calls. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Well, let's take some calls. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay, happy new year to you. And what's your contribution?
You see, this I wonder how people are saying comparing Chelsea, how Chelsea buy players to Man. They spend 800 million pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is no club. If we mount to any the whole players to send only Fernandez. Can't only 2 players there.
I think it's only Fernandez that is working.
For Man U players, look at how many players they have sold. Any player which Chelsea want to sell, they will come sharp. People
I beg, no
players will
versus.
come sharp.
No versus Chelsea sell.
Thank you.
No, continue. Who Chelsea sell? Because now
And by the way, Chelsea also spent 1 billion on players
1
too.
point something billion, and they've not been able to sell any.
800 million to who will buy now?
No verse.
Apart from
You don't put your players.
You will force a buyer to come and buy.
I know, but you don't put your players on market for like 2 years now, and nobody don't come for them. Chilwell has been on the bench.
Name the players.
Chilwell, Ben Chilwell.
Ben Chilwell. They don't because of injury. Only this season they marking for sale. You will come up for this January.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see
So
this.
I beg man, you stop compare my they will buy 80 million pounds. Nobody go buy now.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Thank you very much. 0706.
I like when Chelsea fans compare their player list with my United player list.
Call us and tell us what you think about these transfers that is happening everywhere, especially for Manchester United. What do you think they need to be buying? Because it's very tough for them. I'm actually pitying them because come on, how can you spend all this kind of money and no results?
You spent it in 3 years. You spent 800 million in 3 years.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Skimpy.
Okay, what is your contribution?
I want to say something about Osimhen rumor transfer to Manchester United.
Okay.
I don't think that would be a good decision for Osimhen.
Me too. I support you.
I just check. Have you asked yourself, why is it that any player that goes to Manchester United, his career ends immediately? Any player that goes to Manchester club, their career ends immediately.
Okay.
Manchester United, I will okay, let me say it here. They have a spiritual problem. That club needs a total revamp, including their stadium. They need to end everything concerning Manchester United and start afresh. I'm telling you, Manchester United has offended so many teams before now, so they have to apologize publicly.
No,
that Manchester United lifted, they did not leave those trophies on a clear basis. They those club trophies, and if you just go and watch all their clips, how they lifted the trophy. If it had been that we have VAR, there had been that VAR was in existence as at that time, Manchester United wouldn't have been lifting so many trophies that they lifted today. So they have this problem here in that club. Any player who leaves Manchester United starts performing immediately. So if Osimhen wants to kill his career, let him go to Manchester United. We will support him, but let him end his career, collect his money.
Okay.
Then in terms of transfers about Chelsea and how much the reasons why they sold all their top earning players, I think they know what they are doing. Once you go out of your philosophy, you are going to have a very big problem. And that is one thing I like about Liverpool. No matter who you are, Liverpool will never, because of you, go out of their way. So if Chelsea, the way they decided to cut down the money and the salary of players, I love it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right. All right, thank you very much for your contribution. So others can actually call in and tell us what they think. 0706-048-5853. But let's see what happens with all these transfers that is happening everywhere. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay. Happy New Year to you. And what is your contribution?
Yeah, I just want to talk about our Enugu Rangers.
Okay.
I would like to update me about the Enugu Rangers. They are position now in the Nigerian Premier League.
Okay.
And that's coming. I think they are now in debt or so, but I want to know the update. They are position now in the league. And the first now, broke love my darling team. My number 2 talent team, because Enugu Rangers my number 1 talent team.
They are fourth on the table.
I want to know the transfer news. If there is any transfer news for us now.
Okay. Thank you very much. For Arsenal, there are no particular transfers for Arsenal. Now, there are rumors there, here and there, but no concrete transfers. For Enugu Rangers are fourth on the table with 31 points. 5 points. They won their
last match against Niger Tornadoes.
Yeah, so they are just 5 points behind the league leaders, Remo Stars. So let's see when they play. The league they are on break now. So when they come back on break,
you remember during the week? I think it was during the weekend they played against Ghana. The like Super Eagles Team B played against Ghana, and I think they were coached by Elechiku, and they won that game at the Uyo Stadium. So winning that game, I think it was a good game for us though. But most of our players went to that competition, and also when you have your players traveling to play for the national team, and you still have your players on the bench playing that match and winning against Niger Tornadoes away from home was a good result for them. They are fourth on the table now. For now, we are enjoying the fourth position, but we know that with time, we'll get to top place. 5 points
below Remo Stars. So let's see if they are going to defend that title after winning it last season. That's for Rangers Nation. But for now, MPFL is on break. So until they come back before we start talking about MPFL games. Okay, the final news we're going to talk about today is almost situation is still the same at Barcelona. Barcelona is still waiting for that court case to they have not registered him for now. He's not a Barcelona player, but he says he's waiting for Barcelona to decide what they are going to do. Barcelona, I don't understand how they are one of the richest clubs in the whole world and they cannot sign players. But let's take this call before we continue with Olmo. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, John. This is Chus.
Okay, Chus, what is your contribution?
I feel that no matter what, many people.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Yes. These are playing for them. Odeon Real is a good example. So no matter how they are big attraction, the players. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Man United, Jude Igalo played for them.
Okay. What do you make of this almost situation at Manchester United, at Barcelona? Yes.
I think if they can't register him within this window, they should look for a loan.
That's what everybody's. But they are saying that they can find solution, but I don't know the solution they are looking for.
This is Barcelona, and they have that history of saying things that they don't intend to deliver on.
The way they did with Messi.
The way they do with Messi, the way they did with
Griezmann,
Nico Williams last season too, even with Griezmann as well. So I'm not accepting their words at face value till the end of the January transfer window. If he's not listed, he should be loaned out. Simple.
Also, what do you make of this transfer?
I think yesterday was deadline for them to list him or perhaps register him, and yesterday is already passed. So definitely by the end of this week or by the end of next week, he should be going on loan.
Yeah.
And we are hearing rumors that teams in England are looking for him. Arsenal is looking for him. Man United is looking for him. He should go on loan until Barca fix their books.
Yeah, because by summer they can sell somebody and register him. By summer.
Okay, let's see what Olmo is going to be doing. Olmo is not. I won't call him a Barcelona player. In quotes, he's a Barcelona player, but in La Liga they can't register him because of Barcelona's books. It's not balanced. They have been trying to balance that book for how many years, and they have been buying players. Even when Olmo came, it took them about a couple of weeks for them to register him because they do that registration every 6 months. Now they are still in that position. They have to sell a whole lot of players for them to be able to register Olmo. And imagine losing Olmo in this your battle race. In the La Liga in the Champions League is going to be a very, very big blow for Barcelona.
It's not just Olmo. Victor is also on the way out.
Or Victor. But let's see what happens in the La Liga and with Barcelona if they can be able to register Olmo before the end of the transfer window. Okay, this is how we're going to end in today's show. Thank you for joining us today. Happy New Year to you. Let's hope that this year, from next week, from tomorrow, from Saturday, football is going to be back in full force.
Can't wait.
Full force, everybody. The Premier League, especially the Carabao Cup, is happening next week, so the games are happening throughout next week. So we come here again and talk football. Thank you for being part of this family since we started since 2024, and now we are in 2025. Let's grow this family. Let's be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. This year will be good for everybody. I hope that Nigeria will get better and Super Eagles will qualify for the World Cup.
Amen.
Have a lovely 2025. My name is Godwin. See you tomorrow.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
Now Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side.